Sit, pumpkin. Pumpkin, sit. Firecracker, sit. Sit, firecracker.
But thick as you are, pay attention. The shape of an L on her forehead.
Pumpkin, sit. Pumpkin, sit. Firecracker, sit. Good boy. Welcome back. English Ram here, Honkai Star Rail. We have been struggling trying to beat Phantylia. I've been leveling up people and their abilities and their traces and everything, and I'm hoping that I can beat him this time. If it doesn't work, I've got one more idea, I think, but we'll see how it goes. It sounded like the game's already out. There we go. Alright, well, let's double check, make sure I did the, yep. Alright, got one more. Let's go ahead and do this one.
Will of preservation.
Oh, using consumables. Now that's a good idea. We should do that too. That was what my other idea was, using one of those consumables that like raises your defense or something. I've got a few good ones I just made. Let's see what we got. Can we teleport there? Of course not. Alright. So let's go ahead and feed one of them. Preferably I get one that helps everybody, but I can't help Jing anyway. There we go. This one's good. Instantly heal a single ally. Okay, that's not. We need one of those. Technique points, no. Wind, no. Attack of all allies. That's a pretty good one. Another was a good defensive one. Ooh, this one's good. HP up by 20% on everybody. HP down 15%, but increases defense by 15%. That's interesting. How about just defense by 25%? That's a much better one. And HP up 10%. I got a million of these. Replace the current. Oh, you can only have one. Alright. Alright. We used one. Alright, well, let's double check to see if we can level anyone else up real quick. No, can't get that one because I don't have this one unlocked yet. Can't get it unlocked till I beat this. It's a scam. Alright. I'm sure it's probably worn off by now. Alright, enhance. Oh well. Better win this time. Third time to try.
Benefactors, behold this beautiful body. The miracles of abundance. Let's see if I can put it to good use. The very power that brought the Cienjo long life, I will use to bring it destruction.
Phantylia has usurped the power of the Arbor. All of you, focus on destroying the Phantom Flowers. I'll go for the body. Let's begin.
Good times, never let. Time to say bye. Boom.
Stand down.
So much bark with so little bite. This body was born of the Arbor.
Have some strong wind!
March, careful!
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Timely treatment. For the Cienjo!
Try untangling yourselves from this.
The weeds in my garden give me more grief.
Your arrogance betrays you.
I am the vanguard of the hunt. Vanquish the abomination! Show no mercy.
That'll take more than minutes. Nap time.
Stand still.
I'm fine.
Leave it to me.
Say bye to breathing. Time to say bye. Boom.
For the Xianzhou! Is that it?
Reduced from 0 to 0.
Naughty
You
child.
know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Relax. May as well kill them all.
On my command. To victory!
Fly, insects. My finds.
Just a little something. Think nothing of
Thanks. You're too good to me.
it. Now, time.
Stand still.
For the Xianzhou!
Crushing an ant with
One
the
down,
weight
two
of
to
a
go.
star.
I
How
think.
indulgent.
I hope.
The universe will end in destruction. And
Say bye to breathing. Good times, never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
General of the Xianzhou.
Gone home. You take it from here.
Alright, here comes the dragon.
Think it was over, Phantylia?
A sigh. Have you finally remembered your duty of watching over the arbor?
To victory! Time. Show no mercy.
Relax.
Stand down.
Stand still.
You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. A foregone conclusion.
Vanquish the abomination!
Naughty child.
1,000 thanks. Was that it? For the Xianzhou!
Let's begin.
Relax.
Ephemeral.
Uh-oh.
Didn't hurt.
Just a little something. Think nothing of
Time to retreat.
it. Time for a shot. Now, time.
On my command. To victory!
May as well kill them all.
Are we still ants to you,
Yeah,
Phantylia?
one to go, I think.
So much effort to crush us, and met with so little success. I wonder what the other Ravagers would think.
It's almost as if you can't wait to be acquainted with them. I'm afraid you won't have the chance.
Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Out of ideas, Phantylia? Is that it?
You know nothing of the weight behind. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Naughty child.
Should I heal myself, the heavy hitter, or Welt, who's about to die? Maybe I get the heavy hitter.
That's better.
1,000 thanks.
Or everybody.
Just a little something.
We'll take that too.
1,000 thanks. For the Ciencio!
Time to end this.
Let's begin.
Say bye to breathing.
I do regular attack because I'm over here.
Stand still.
Time for a shot.
You don't have a shield, so you get
Timely treatment.
Is that it?
Good times. Time to say
that. Yeah, with the break.
boom.
54.
I'm
Time for the master stroke. Show no mercy.
Time for 6.
Vanquish the abomination!
naughty child.
There's 2 horsemen. Gotta go with the heavy hitter.
That's better.
1,000
No, you never know.
Her. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Pummeling it, little by little. Let's finish this one off.
Relax.
7. I think we're gonna do it.
Nothing else. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
For the Ciencio!
3,
Kill 'em all.
2. Healer hit. There's no way she's gonna finish him off. We have to heal.
Timely treatment.
1.
Stand still.
Follow, no.
Forgive my indulgence. Yours for my next trick. I shall turn
Oh,
each
no.
of you into my void range.
Finish her off quick.
The power of the destruction will eat away at your flesh and transform you into pawns of the great
Oh, no.
Nanook. Let's start
Where's
with
Don
this
Hung?
arrogant Ciencio General.
He's gonna go in their face and stab her. Do it. Do it. He's stronger than her. Do it. Go, General, go.
I wonder if the transformation of the Ciencio General into a Void Ranger would cast the law food back into chaos. Destruction works in fascinating ways.
Oh, she looks hurt. Is that Don Hung? It's gotta be Don Hung. It's green. Yep.
Do it!
Yes. You might have won.
Not bad, General of the Hunt. But all I lost was a body stolen on a whim. And you, how much longer can you last? The destruction of the Cienjo is nigh.
Be gone.
All she's left is a flame.
Destruction. Tell the Legion that the vengeance of the hunt will fall upon them.
We did.
General, are you okay?
I'm still alive. And it would seem the two of us can still coordinate our efforts.
I wonder if they both work together.
Phantylia,
If you
a
have both.
truly fearsome enemy. If she hadn't attempted to turn me into a pawn of destruction, I'm afraid victory would have been far from certain. Phantylia had established a link between me and herself. Her well-timed strike gravely injured her. Thus, her connection to the Arbor was severed.
So it was all part of the plan? When Don Hung stabbed you, I was scared to death.
Is she still alive?
It takes more than that to destroy an emanator of destruction. Still,
She'll be in episode 3.
Phantylia won't be stirring up trouble anytime soon. Don't worry about her infecting the Arbor again. It's just that sealing the Stellaron is going to take some time.
leave that to the Master Diviner. I'm afraid I may be somewhat spent.
General, keep those eyes open. Now's not the time to fall asleep. Hey, wake up!
A few moments later, the diviner and they showed up something about exalting Sanctum. Those are the bad guys.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Yay! Unlocked this one. Or started that one. And we get to level up the main character. Mm, 2% increased damage. That's like inflation. Alright, let's see. I wanted to do before these expire, I want to do these ones. Let's see if we can start on these ones. Future Market 2. Future Market 2. Future Market 2. Future Market 2. None of these are called Future Market. Maybe this one will unlock it.
Nice.
We know how to get there.
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
I want to enter.
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon. She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit. This is her first real test as a General. I hope she can get used to things quickly.
I don't think I can ever get used to this. It's a pleasure to see you all here today. Collating casualties and losses. Dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the Disciples. Submitting battle reports to the 6 Charioteers. Now I know what Jing Yuan meant when he said, "The highest throne faces the strongest wins."
Share your troubles.
Generalship is no trifling matter. It is a duty one must bear. I think she actually really enjoys it.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Of course not. On the contrary. I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as acting general of the Luofu. Now that things have drawn to a conclusion, it is time to reward you.
Ooh, all those benefits that the General promised! They're finally here! Yippee!
Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 Charioteers, you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu. Within the Luofu's jurisdiction, you are to be treated with the highest standard of diplomatic protocol.
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Oh, wow. Nothing tangible then? But at least it sounds pretty cool.
Now that things have been expressed, I
She's
still
at
have
Timeline.
something to
She wants
discuss with you.
Food.
Please, this way.
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another mission?
It's not a mission. The Stellaron Crisis, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus Rebellion, the Arbor's resurrection, not to mention the Antimatter Legion infiltrating the Luofu. All of these incidents need reporting at the highest level for investigation. It's just that, having been in the middle of everything, I'm struggling to keep an accurate perspective. I would appreciate if you could go through it all with me, so that I can reacquaint myself with the finer detail. So, where should we begin?
Discuss Phantylia, Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, Stellaron Hunters. I think we already have the...
That we may. But as logical as things might seem, there are still many details about which we're uncertain. For example, how was the Stellaron brought onto the Xianzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge Waterscape? How many disciples of Sanctus Medicus still remain at large? All of this is a mystery. Thus far, we've done our best. I'm submitting my report to the Alliance, and I've already got a plan in mind. All of you will feature in the report. But for the sake of Jing Yuan, anything related to Xianzhou internal affairs will have names redacted. I hope you can forgive me.
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance will be poring over every detail of the report. I fear that if the Astral Express gets dragged into matters, leaving will not be an easy task.
Jing Yuan has committed quite a few violations this time around, and I'll have to deal with them one by one. Cloud Knight generals are all such a hassle. Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. If there's anywhere you'd like to visit, feel free to take a look. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Farewell for now. Oh, if you pass through Starskiff Haven, I have something that I hope you can give to Yukong.
Something Ms. Tin Yun left behind?
It was all so chaotic. When Phantylia took form, it was as if Ting Yun vanished into thin air. The Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan. She took it with her everywhere. It's currently unclear if Ting Yun was a puppet manipulated by Phantylia, or if some form of deception was used to cloud her vision. I'm already prepared for the worst. Considering how the Legion operates, I fear the fate of the Skyfaring Commission Ambassador may be a bleak one. As for how matters are handled with regards to Ting Yun, I believe it's best left to her Foxian kin. I have informed the Skyfaring Commission of the events which took place, and I think it would be best if you were the one to deliver this item to Yukong.
I understand. Leave it with us.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Now, let me take a look at my remaining duties for the day. It's quite the list. It's getting late. If you need me, I'll be in the Divination Commission Conclave Hall.
It's getting late. Where to now?
I see. Please extend my regards to the 10 Lords.
I will. Our condolences, Hellmaster. You have guests. I shall take my leave.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Law Fu from the Stellaron crisis.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Ting Yun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct.
She left this behind.
Ting Yun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. It's simply unimaginable. The Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou, and Ting Yun, a Lord Ravager? How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise?
I still have her on my team.
What happened to the real Ting Yun?
Madame Yukong.
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept. Thank you for bringing Ting Yun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. Brothers, sisters, children. I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
A soul-soothing ceremony?
To put it into short-life terms, a funeral. You see, for long-life species of the Xianzhou, death has always been a distant, mystical concept. Ordinarily, the Ten Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected. There, they leave behind their lives and wait for their time to come. People are used to a short farewell, as opposed to a tedious burial process. Given our limited lifespans, the only ones who place value on ceremony are us Phoxians. Countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't take them all in, and so they passed away. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species still live out insignificant and limited lives. By combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Phoxian ceremony, we honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them. It's not just to comfort the dead, those souls who can never talk with us again, but also to comfort their surviving relatives, close friends, and indeed all residents of the Xianzhou. It's also my way of saying farewell to Ting Yun. I know, I'm selfish. She may not have died a Cloud Knight, but she's still one of us here at the Skyfaring Commission. A victim caught up in a wider conflict. I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Ting Yun from the Lord Ravager who tarnished her identity. I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my own methods to locate Ting Yun's whereabouts, but at present, This is the least I can do for her. I'd like to ask you all to witness this event with me.
We'll be there.
I've instructed Yan Ming to sort through Ting Yun's belongings. I hope you can pick some out to place around the star skiff.
Leave this to us. We'll take care of it as per your wishes, Madame Yukong.
Once again, my thanks to all of you. I've asked the judges of the Ten Lords Commission to ratify this soul-soothing ceremony, and have commissioned a special skiff at Stargazer Navalia for the ceremony. If you need anything, that's where I'll be.
You always did say that I like to gossip, and here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off.
Or you could cut yourself off.
Oh. It's you. For a moment, I thought she'd return. Did the Helm Master send you over?
We're here to help sort out Miss Ting Yun's things. Madame Yukong wants to use some of them for her soul-soothing ceremony.
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Okay, let's see what there is. An Annie Cassiter's seal, a small box, a knife, a bow, and something wrapped up tight. I wonder what this is. Looks like some kind of antique? But who'd want to hold on to something like this?
Oh, Ting Yun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Foxian antiquity. They say it can bring wealth if placed correctly.
There's also a note in the package. This is for you, Mr. Yanming. Wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yanming, it seems like this is a gift for you from Miss Tingyun.
I remember asking her for one at the time. This is unexpected. I only mentioned it in passing, but she remembered. Tingyun and I were from different guilds. We were competitors, but also colleagues. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring back local specialties and distribute them among friends and other guild members. It became a custom. The rivalry between us and the Whistling Flames to be the Skyfaring Commission's top guild was always fierce. We would gift each other all kinds of bizarre oddities. Candy that made your leg hair grow. A violin that could shatter glass with its piercing shriek. Oh, I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Tingyun would leave something behind for me that was so sincere and earnest. If I don't return a gift, I'll lose our little duel. But what could I possibly gift her back?
Huh. Besides the seal, the knife, and the bow, none of this seems like something Miss Tingyun would have kept. I thought she was more about jewelry and beauty. Could there be other things similar to what Yanming got? We should take a look.
Look at the box, the knife, the bow. Which one?
I can't cook to save my life, but one thing I'm sure of is that's a kitchen knife. I've never seen Miss Tingyun use anything like that to defend herself. It must be another gift that she never had time to send. There's an ad in the knife case. Spices Supreme. A room alley? Which store is that again? Do you know where we're supposed to take these things?
RMLE.
The Sleepless Earl. Was that the name of that tea house at the port when we first got into town?
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there? Which tea would you like today?
We're here on a gift-giving errand for Miss Tingyun.
This is the tea Miss Tingyun promised to get for me. She really went to another world for me. She's incredible. When I took over this tea house from my parents, I thought I'd shake things up by creating a new tea product. Famous brews like Whale Tide Spring or Vegetations in the Alchemy Cauldron have been around for millennia, and imported mixed teas have also found a niche. Introducing a new product into the industry is really hard. Miss Tingyun came to the tea house one day and heard about my troubles. She said she could find me a brand new strain during her travels. One that nobody on the Xianzhou had ever tasted. I just thought she was trying to cheer me up. I never thought she'd actually do it. Where is Miss Tingyun today?
I don't embark on a long voyage. I'm afraid she is. She's not a kid. Just has a high-pitched voice and she's short.
Oh, Miss Ting.
We found this box of seeds among her belongings. I'm sure Miss Ting would have liked for you to have it.
Thank you. All of you. I think I should give something to Ting in return.
A few moments later, she serves the tea sheet.
Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dawn Dew strains to make a new variety with a sweet, long-lasting taste. I called it Ting Yun's Blend.
The voice
Seeing
has
as Ting Yun won't be able to try it, we should drink a cup to her memory.
Sounds familiar.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Good quality, good price. Hassle-free chartering. High-end bars.
The Wafu is famous for its mung bean soda. Oh, how's it going? Did you take some time off? See any more of the Cienjo?
You heard of Spicy Supreme?
Isn't that the place on Aurum Alley over in Exalting Sanctum? All the foodies go there. What about it? Planning on treating me to a feast?
Go on.
It's the main commercial street in the Exalting Sanctum, although it's a lot quieter since the whole Stellaron crisis thing. Tourists fresh off the Starskiff always head to Starwatcher Avenue in Starskiff Haven.
Wonder if
It's
this
one
is
of
the
those
new market.
bustling tourist streets. But if you want the real deal on local snacks, you've gotta get to Aurum Alley. I've marked it out for you on your map. Whenever I'm tired of Celestial Jade or slacking off, I head over for a bowl of Granny Chen's tofu. Darn it, now that you've brought it up, I suddenly don't feel like clocking in for work anymore.
Give it a try.
The Wafu is famous for its mung bean soda. You've gotta give it a try.
Walking distance. How convenient. It's 5 feet that way.
Spices Supreme! Check out that sign! Here it is!
Honored guests, welcome to our humble eatery. What can we get for you today?
We're here on a gift-giving errand for Miss Ting.
Something from Miss Ting for me? Oh, what a precious person she is. A sweet thing like her gifting me a kitchen knife. When she first ate here, I told her my motto: you can't better your own food unless you taste it. Then she got me to talk about my hunting and cooking experiences out on other worlds. She was captivated. She pestered me about dish after dish. At the end, she mentioned she wanted to get me a gift. A sword for a hero and a knife for a chef. That's how she put it. She probably came across some rare mineral and forged it by hand. Look how sharp it is. I'd bet it'd cut straight through a Thalassa titanium terrapin shell. Miss Ting is too
pretty
kind.
tough.
Who among the Aurum Alley vendors hasn't been spoiled by the generosity of Whistling Flames? Her grand fare puts small merchants like us in touch with big intergalactic vendors. If we're talking gifts, it's us who should be gifting her something. Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Ting must be real busy, right?
Indeed.
Miss Ting couldn't tear herself away from work, so we've had to gift this on her behalf today.
Really? Thank you so much. Why don't I give you all a demonstration and prepare a dish? My treat. I'd love to repay this kindness.
Goes to the back kitchen, brings out a steaming bowl of food.
Speaking of which, it was our chili beef awful stew that first attracted Miss Ting Yun to our restaurant.
Awful stew? Is that a coincidence?
Spicy, sumptuous, and guaranteed to get the mouth watering. Not even a girl as refined as Ting Yun could resist the temptation.
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Ting Yun intended to gift it to.
Mr. Yan Ming said an ambassador will return with a gift for a trusted colleague. The person who Ting Yun trusts the most is Madame Yukong, right?
You don't happen to be in Stargazer Navalia right now, are you? Yeah, how'd you know? Handling some stuff here. That's great. I saw a Cycrane system that you were nearby. There's an important task I need help with. It's really urgent. The Exalting Sanctum Sky Dome malfunctioned half an hour ago, probably caused by unusual yin-yang phenomenon. Darth gift broke. Emergency fix. Cloud Knight reinforcements. And you guys take a look. Recover. Okay, so where's the crossing? Still trying to find out. Your friend, Mr. Yang, is also nearby. He's in my team. I've already contacted him. Find the vantage point in Stargazer Nagalia. Use the Cycrane to locate Starskiff. Counting on you folks. This officer is a bit special. I implore you both to do everything in your power to save her life. Trying to make that urgent, huh? Alright, well, let's real quick see. I'm looking for the mission one. Do I have to do this one before I get to the mission one? Or a new market. Oh, I have to do that one too. Okay. Well, let's look around. I'm gonna keep going to this one where I was heading.
Will of preservation!
How many times I've done that? Yukong.
What brings you here?
Here to pass on a gift from Miss Ting Yun.
This bow. Did Ting Yun pick it out for me? She understood my pain. It's a shame I can no longer do anything for her. 30 years ago, I fought in a terrible war. My comrade and I set sail together, but only I returned. The scars of that war never truly healed. Still, the Law Fu traced out its arc of recovery and continued to trade. I felt tired of voyaging, like I'd lost the courage to pull on a bowstring ever again. I hid away in the Skyfaring Commission and buried myself in work, never wanting to see the sky again. Despite rising to Helm Master, my military career hadn't prepared me for the type of meticulous planning work now confronting me. Ting Yun, on the other hand, was a born merchant, always discussing business matters with me and offering up advice, even if she was my subordinate. She never fought alongside me on the battlefield, but in her own way, she became a comrade in arms. Without the help of Ting Yun and the Guild, the Law Fu would not have been able to recover in the space of just 30 short years. I used to think that the Xianzhou had changed with the times. Geniuses like Ting Yun were the future for the Skyfaring Commission's next generation. They would bring prosperity to the Law Fu. I was only ever suited to the flames of war. I was wrong. Only when the last minions of the Antimatter Legion are wiped out will I become useless to the Xianzhou. The Xianzhou needs people like me. Those willing to cruise the sky and fight the flames. The star skiff is ready for the ceremony now. Everyone, please place your objects aboard the star skiff.
Wait! Wait for me! Miss Ting Yun prepared a gift for me. As a fellow ambassador, I cannot fail to honor our custom.
Yan Ming, what is it that you've prepared?
I've brought a paper kite. I know it may seem simple compared to the precious items that Ting Yun gifted others in the past, but it has a deeper meaning. I heard that Foxians have a tradition where paper kites are used to comfort the souls of pilots who can no longer take to the skies. Ting Yun and I were never pilots in the strictest sense of the word, but we spent much of our lives out among the stars. For her to be able to take wing once again would make her very happy.
Out of all this stuff we've got, what do you think we should place on the star skiff?
Thank you for everything you've done for the Skyfaring Commission and the Law Fu. This small seal is the foundation of the Xianzhou's prosperity.
Tea.
This is the tea that Meng Ming has made, especially named after you.
Favorite dish?
This is a gift from Miss Yensui on behalf of all the restaurants on Arum Alley. You're going to love this.
This time, we needn't compete. Go. Fly on to other distant worlds.
The Skyfaring Commission shall never forget you, Ting Yun. I will seek out the truth. And if it is discovered that you were taken from us, I swear to avenge your unjust end. It is time for the soul-soothing ceremony. Please make your way to Earthrise Agora in Starskiff Haven.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Bye, Ting Yun.
General, the ceremony is finished. You should take a rest.
Not yet. I have things I wish to convey to my astral friends. My apologies I couldn't get to you any sooner. Yan Qing made sure that I was fully recuperated. Before you leave the Law Fu, there are two things I wish to gift the Express.
two gifts? Has his conscience finally gotten the better of him? Is he going to make up for all our hard work along the way?
I'd like some free real estate, please.
Let us reconvene at the seat of divine foresight.
That was up here. Oh. Wrong area.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Would you like me to relay your message?
Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Luofu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous actions of the Nameless. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Luofu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Luofu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a Jade Abacus, a symbol of our allied friendship.
Jade Abacus? Is this a souvenir?
It could indeed be considered a souvenir of a certain variety, but not one you could find in a gift store. Back when the Alliance was first established, all those thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou ships swore an oath, etching the record into a Jade Abacus. The world may crumble, and the heavens may fall, but this oath shall never be broken. The same is true of this Jade Abacus. It is a record of the Luofu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon. Grip it tightly, and it will send a message to the Jade Abacus here, in my hand. No matter how astronomically distant you are, the Luofu Cloud Knights will always come to the aid of the crew. Whatever.
Be interesting if you could pass stuff from this account to the Genshin account.
Now
and put
that's
it
what
in
I
the,
call a payoff.
in the teapot or something.
Of course, I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate
I think I could put
circumstances.
this on the wall in my teapot.
I hope you can understand.
Yup, got it. Say no
My
more.
trophy room.
Sure thing.
Thank you for your generosity, General.
Don Hong.
General.
In accordance with the Edict of the Ten Lords Commission, I am hereby authorized to relieve your banishment decree. From this day henceforth, you may come and go freely on the Luofu.
Nice!
Nice.
But I must remind you that the crimes of Don Feng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale Gorge Waterscape,
There are good dons
will
and
not
bad
be much
dons.
moved by the issuance of a paper edict. While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety. Again, I hope you can
It's
understand.
okay, I have Kafka.
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. Even my wound is feeling much improved. The occasion calls for a line or two of poetry. And though I feel my efforts would be overshadowed by the erudition of Lady Fu, another time, perhaps. The Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them.
Poetry even.
May that voyage be smooth and untrammeled. I bid you farewell.
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gates reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading back anytime soon. She was also asking after you, Danhung. I think it'd be best if you update her in person, don't you think?
She must have been worried. I'll return to the train and put her mind at rest.
Himeko must be eager to hear about what we've been up to on this mission too, right? Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring something back for the conductor. Have you got any unfinished business on the Xianzhou?
Don't think so.
I've got goldfish memory. We haven't had a chance to say goodbye to everyone we met so far on this trip.
Fine, fine. Danhung and I will go back to the Express. The two of you come back soon, okay?
Don't worry, Mr. Yang.
Sure, we can come back in the future. There's other quests and stuff.
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate.
Just want to get to the
How
north.
long will these ships
Go that way.
sail? And which stars are they traveling to?
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-lived species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is nothing compared to the enduring majesty of the stars. And the grief felt here is no different from our own.
You know you're a poet, Mr. Yang.
Yeah, you're back. Himiko and I were just discussing our journey. This little excursion has reached its conclusion. All things must come to an end. Still, some endings spark a new beginning.
Except mosquitoes.
Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys. Welt can stay on the Express.
Since when did the work
Oh,
roster
yeah,
just
good.
change like that?
What's our next stop? We warp jump?
Yes, no more Stellaron Hunter interruptions. It's time to get our original plan back on track. Our next stop is Penacony, remember?
I think I need a reminder.
The Express's records show that Penacony was a prison planet used by the
Penitentiary.
IPC to exile criminals. At least, it was at the time of recording. However, following a Stellaron burst, the planet fell into the arms of Shipe. They say it's been transformed into a prosperous and ethereal realm. The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express. I was curious about the state of the planet, so I accepted. When the conductor is ready, we can set off for the next stop.
Meanwhile, in the shackling prison,
All who enter here are either jailers or prisoners.
Which are you?
Neither. I'm merely a lost traveler.
What a spectacle. The Stellaron, the Ambrosial Arbor, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Lord Ravager. A series of threats that almost succeeded in diverting attention away from the crucial question. They who brought the Stellaron into the Xianzhou, what was their motive? Will you surrender, or do you require encouragement? Abomination of Yaoshi.
General, my power does indeed stem from the abundance. But I'm the same as you. We are both enemies of Yaoshi.
That's right. Stay out of our way.
his legs froze.
The revival of the Arbor is an honor. It's time for the Xianzhou to choose its next path. The Rainbow Arbiter, the Plague's author, the Ruin author. This is a chess game between eons. If you don't stand with the winners, you stand to lose. And this time, we will put the abundance in their grave.
It says interlude. I guess we can't fly to Penacony yet. They're still building the planet. Mangle, are you there? What's up? I suddenly remembered there was a thing that caught my attention during the trip to the Lofu. This Matrix of Presence Ultima at the Divination Commission. Master Diviner used that thing to interrogate Kafka and saw right into her memories without Kafka ever saying a word. So I was thinking, could this Matrix be used on me? Worth asking her. You might even be able to find your lost memories. Yes, I wanted to ask at the Siege of Divine Foresight, but after thinking about it, I felt a little uneasy. The Lofu had just experienced a great incident. Qing Yuan is injured, and the Master Diviner needs to manage the whole place. I couldn't bring up this personal matter, so I thought I'd wait till she wasn't busy. It's not that I don't want it, but this is your personal affair. I'm just embarrassed to ask others for help on my own. See you at the Divination Commission. Okay, so not that one. Future market, there it is. Oh, that was her. Oh, she's here.
Hey, did you hear about our next stop? It's a world called Penacony. I hear it's a beautiful, dreamy place. I'm so excited. But Pom-Pom said the banquet we were invited to is still a little ways off. What can I do to pass the time? Huh? Is that my phone? Must be the group chat.
Raining hard. Branya sent me a picture of some robot holding a drink. Can you read this message? Express crew. Hey Branya, long time no see. Yeah, I see it. It's been a while, Branya. Branya, we're missing you so much. Great, I was worried that you couldn't receive messages. I know you're busy, so I'll keep it short. Recently, I've been working on preparing the Soul Warm Festival. A traditional Belabogian festival. The standard celebrations for this festival have been suspended for years due to the fragmentum and the lockdown. The Belabogians now really need a heated celebration to lift their spirits. So if you have time, I'd like to invite you to the Soul Warm Festival and witness what we've achieved so far in reviving Belabog. Sure thing. I will come for sure. Me too. Festivals and celebrations are right up my alley. It'd be great if you can come. Everyone's been missing you. Has Don Hung been busy these days? He hasn't sent any messages on the group chat. He's holed up in his room recently. Guess he's turned off all his devices. We'll go check on him for you. Thank you, March. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Soul Warm Festival.
That Don Hung. He can't just ignore Branya. Let's go to his room and talk to him.
Alright, future market. Here we go.
What the? Is this a letter?
Silverwolf's here now. Is this a letter? What do you mean a letter? Wake up, wake up. He's awake.
Don Hung! Branya just sent all of us a message. Did you see it yet?
Yes, I saw it.
Then why didn't you reply? Ronnie is a good friend of ours.
I'm sorry. I'm just not in the mood for idle chat. There's been a lot weighing on my mind since the Lo Fu. It was tough on the spirit.
Don Hung. I'm the one who should be sorry. I was being too pushy. You're right. You went through a lot on the Xianzhou. Take all the time you need.
Stay here, come get some rest.
Thank you for understanding. It's great that Belobog is able to host the celebration. I hope your trip goes well. Say hi to our friends for me.
Okay. Rest up. You're not allowed to miss the next Trailblaze expedition.
I'll be there next time.
He won't budge, huh? Looks like it's just the two of us then. Pity. He's gonna miss out. We never get the chance to go on a stress-free adventure.
It's been through a lot, lately.
I know, but it's still a shame, don't you think? If only Himeko could come with us.
Should we ask Mr. Yang to come with us?
Maybe not. He's still wheezing from the trouble we got into on the Xianzhou. You didn't notice? At his age, he might not appreciate the extra... excitement. Why don't we go ask Himeko to tag along? She might be up for an adventure. You've been on the Express for a while now, but you've never gone on a trip with Himeko before, right? Well, now's your chance.
Hey, March. That's a big smile on your face. What's the good news?
Himeko! There's a celebration coming up on Eurillo 6, organized by the Supreme Guardian, and we're invited to go take in the sights and sounds. Don Hung won't be going anywhere for a while. He's still resting up, so wanna come with us? I mean, considering how you helped us out with Cocolia, I'm sure Bronya would be happy to see you.
So that explains the grin. You're excited about the celebration. Thanks for the invite, but I'm afraid my hands are full right now. Please send my regards to the Supreme Guardian. Make the most of the festivities. You've earned it. You two and Don Hung did help save Eurillo 6 after all. I'll be sure to join you guys next time.
Navigators really do have their plates full, huh? Seems like it's just you and me this time. Let me go pack some stuff for the trip first. Come and find me when you're ready to set off.
She changed outfits.
So, what do you think about my new dress? Pretty neat, right?
Very fancy.
It's been sitting in my wardrobe collecting dust for far too long, but now I finally got the chance to wear it. This kind of event doesn't come around every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion? You're not really gonna wear that same old outfit, are you? Let's just pretend I never said anything. As long as one of us is making an effort.
Turn to Bella.
Pajamas, hot water bottle, pom-pom doll. That should be everything. Let's go! Wow, that was fast. Don't you have anything you want to bring with you?
My relics all have speed attributes.
Other people might fall for that, but I won't. I was just taking a look at Mr. Yang's
That's good.
records, and it seems like Eurillo 6's average temperature has warmed up quite a bit. It's much warmer than it was on our first trip there. I wouldn't call it livable just yet, but things are looking up. I'm so happy for Branya and Zila. Ready to go?
You bet. Time to celebrate.
Belobog, here we come!
Uh-oh, the Trotter. Warp Trotter. Ooh, that one girl.
700.
Watch the video, this is one of the new characters coming soon. And she's fire.
It's never too late to pick up the tab.
Oh, Brr! How do people living in all this snow celebrate anything? Oh, one thing's for sure, though. Where there's a celebration, there's bound to be food!
Oops.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still.
That'll take more than medicine.
Relax.
Let's begin. I'm on guard. You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
May as well kill them all. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still.
Leave it to me.
Last hit, here we go.
Stand down.
You caught a Trotter. Those are hard to catch.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Ooh, lots of rewards. Let's just go Trotter hunting.
Oh, wait a sec. That person over there. That doesn't look like a Silvermane Guard uniform. All in black. Surely they're not IPC on this world? Am I going crazy?
Interstitial Peace Corporation. What are they doing here?
That's what I'd like to know. If they're
What
here to
another
look for
uniform.
Phanty, then they're more than just a little late. There's only one way to find out. Let's go ask. I've always found IPC staff easy to talk to. Hi, do you work for the Interastral Peace Corporation? Or are you just dressing fancy today?
Boss, encounter with 2 unknowns. Want me to take them out? Over.
To take us out?
Take them out? Just hang tight for a second. I'm on my way. Don't do anything stupid.
Topaz.
Glad to make your acquaintance.
So she's a
I'm
bad guy?
Topaz, an investment expert from the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm here on Eurillo 6 for a special business assignment. You'll have to forgive my colleague here. People skills aren't his strong suit. Please don't take it to heart.
Phew! You scared the life out of me! Were We're here for the celebrations. We're not looking for more conflicts. Oh, right. We should probably introduce ourselves. I'm March 7th, a passenger of the Astral Express. You may have heard of it? And this is my friend and fellow passenger.
England.
No kidding. I could tell you weren't locals from a mile away, but I didn't expect to run into two nameless here. Fate is such a curious thing. I heard that Eurylo 6 only stepped out of the Stellaron's shadow thanks to the direct intervention of the Trailblazers. Surely you two aren't...
That's us. Honor's ours.
Huh? Jeez, can you be a little more humble?
I never imagined I'd run into living legends here. Must be your lucky day, huh, Numby?
Wow, Miss Topaz. You're really young for an IPC executive. That's impressive.
More good luck, I suppose. But it's not as cushy as you think. Scurrying from one side of the galaxy to the other. Going wherever businesses require me to be.
Huh. Your job sounds pretty similar to the Express cruise. Aside from the business, I guess. Oh, Bronya moves fast. The crisis is only just over and she's already opened talks with the IPC.
These talks aren't exactly what you might expect. But I have to agree. The Supreme Guardian definitely knows how to govern a city. That's the reason I'm here on Eurylo 6, to meet with her. Miss March, you said you were on your way to Belobog festivities, right? My apologies for delaying you both.
Don't be sorry. It's not like we're in a rush. Want to come to the city with us? The snow plains are freezing, and it's easier than you think to get lost out here.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll manage. It's my first time on this world. I'd like to take it in its vast, iconic snowscape for just a little longer. Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again during the celebrations. Oh, here's my contact information. I don't usually respond during work hours, but I'd be happy to chat off the clock.
Wow, I actually managed to get an IPC executive's phone number without even trying.
Teach me how to get rich. I'm in charge of a project worth 8 billion credits, by the way. No, teach me how to get
Me too.
You two make a cute pair. Anyway, I'd better be on my way. See you next time.
The universe is huge, yet we somehow stumbled onto the same path. Fate truly works in mysterious ways, don't you think? Come on, let's head into the city. Wow, there are people everywhere. Are you sure we're in Belobog? And now to check out the main event, the food. Come on, keep up. Hang on a sec. Isn't that Wallace up ahead? Looks like he's finally made some friends. I wonder what they're talking about.
Norbert, why don't you tell everyone how you were released from jail so quickly? Selling cultural relics and impersonating Silvermane guards are both heinous crimes.
Well, it was all thanks to my uncle, you know.
Ah, I remember. Your uncle is Minister Knoll. He heads up the Department of Transportation, no?
Yes, you knew that too.
You're shameless, Norbert. Not to be rude, but if I were thrown in jail, I wouldn't possibly ask my father to bail me out.
Do you
think I wanted to? I'm not the type of person to abuse my status.
Well, I don't really know about that.
Get off my back, will you? I had to deal with hardened criminals in jail. Now that I'm free, my supposed friends are ganging up on me.
Looks like things are getting heated. I think we better get out of here. Is that Payla? Looks like she's teaching the kids again. So cool. Next, I'll be introducing the history of the museum. Everyone listen carefully, okay? Belobog's History and Culture Museum was founded 600 years ago and was originally built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa.
I'm so hungry. I wish I could have a red sunset salmon right now.
It was built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa Rand, and also...
Guess what? I heard there's gonna be a Silvermane adventure camp opening in the overworld soon. It's gonna be super awesome.
Also, those who sacrificed their lives in the war against the invaders 700 years ago.
Miss Payla, Peter's falling asleep.
Enough! From now on, no whispering aloud. If you don't want to have any homework later, you'd better start listening.
Sorry, Miss Payla.
That's better. Now, where was I?
Oh, I never knew Payla had a strict side.
Hey, quick! Serval's about to start singing!
Woo! Thanks, everyone! Hope you're ready for a great show! Let's get started!
Serval! Serval!
Heartbeats will shake me,
So rules can't break me.
crank the sound and let your soul be free.
The lightning strikes right off the wall. Let yourself fall into it all.
Phew. Who'd have thought just taking a stroll could be so tiring? Say, I think we should probably pay Branya a visit. After all, she was the one who invited us here. Or we could go check out some other fun stuff elsewhere. Your call.
Future Market 1. We have to finish 2.
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day, its debt cannot simply be written off. Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Eurela 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I hope that your subjects in the underworld are cooperative. I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
Is everything alright, Rania? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so intense. She seemed nice when we met her.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I'd planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claims to represent the IPC. There's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now to even think about the Saltworm Festival.
What exactly did she say to you?
Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought about the Eternal Freeze. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent generations of Supreme Guardians. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Yarillo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave in large numbers. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy. They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant funds to aid them against the coming disaster. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz's business here is to collect a debt from Belobog?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have nothing to collect. It's obvious they're just trying to take advantage.
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century after the loan was taken out, the connection between Yarillo 6 and the rest of the galaxy was completely severed. The IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, they considered the owed sum permanently lost. It wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Belobog had survived.
And that's when they sent Topaz over to collect the debt.
And the interest.
How much is owed?
An astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers. Before you both arrived, Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority to employ strong measures.
I had no idea things were like this. Here I was thinking the IPC had come to rebuild Belobog, not extort it.
Looks like we'll have to intervene.
Yeah, we have to help Rania out. The IPC is too big and powerful. The Belobogians won't be able to resolve this problem on their own.
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate, and they truly have a presence throughout the galaxy, the IPC could crush Belobog like a bug if they wanted to. I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the festival, but now I must ask you and the Astral Express for help. Do you think you could persuade Topaz to reevaluate the situation? The Express's reputation precedes it. Perhaps there's still hope?
Have no fear, Branya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will always be at their side.
Let's bring out the big one.
I don't think we're at that stage yet. Miss Topaz seems like a reasonable person. With your silver tongue, I'm sure we'll make some progress.
Thank you so much, both of you. I'm so sorry for dragging you into more trouble. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation. Best of luck, and stay safe.
Maybe please stop. There's nothing here, I promise you. Just let me go through her stuff. The spirits stare straight into her eyes. This is bad. She must have found out you were snooping around here for ages. Didn't stop you because she cared. No wonder you always feel as though something. You're in a blind hide today. Hope that you won't do this next time. Nothing? Really? I'm skeptical. Punish me, Lady Branya. No need to make it weird. Don't worry. Not as bad as you think. The room is actually just where I receive guests. My workspace is elsewhere for the sake of security. After all, you're not the only one trying to rummage through, I guess. If it were anyone else, they'd be apprehended by the guards. But I got nothing. What a lousy bargain. Didn't expect to hear that. That's right. It's good that you're here. I've got something for you. A recipe for high-tech protective gear. Rumored to be brought in by visitors from beyond the sky. Fortunately, before the freeze. Unfortunately, resources and technology we have access to, we've yet to be able to reproduce it. We're always in danger. Protective might help you. Hey, I got something. That is cool. I'll have to read that recipe at some point. Okay.
Oh, hey! I just remembered. Topaz gave me her number. We might as well just be direct and ask her where she is. She seems like the type of person who appreciates a straight approach.
Are you there, Miss Topaz? Greetings. Director Topaz is currently busy, unable to reply to your message. An auto reply. She really doesn't reply to a message during work hours? Stop repeating. Tell me where she's gone. Hello, checking Director Topaz's schedule for you. She's on an inspection tour in the museum. Pretty smart. Thank you. In the museum.
Okay, got it. She's at the museum. Let's get going. We better think about what we're gonna say. She might be young, but she is an IPC executive. She's definitely no pushover.
Are you gonna teleport me to the museum? That would be awesome. Yep, they did. Found her.
Oh, it's you two again. This is the third time today we've run into each other.
Actually, we just sent you a message.
Did my smart reply function tell you where I was? It's a system developed by the technology department. Pretty neat, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it's no ordinary piece.
Just checking. That's
Portrays
nothing.
a certain kind of sorrow, you know? Not your everyday kind of sadness. It runs much deeper than that. It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but sorrowful image. The artist's brushwork depicts several generations' hardships.
That's a coincidence. Seems like you know your art. I was thinking the exact same thing. Seems like you know your art.
Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. I wouldn't take my word for it. The Express has visited many worlds. I'm sure the Nameless have a far greater knowledge of such things than myself. I suppose what I'm trying to say is what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but its overall value. Its intrinsic value may only be 50,000 credits, but its added value might push the total up to 200,000.
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about something else.
Oh? A collaboration between our two sides, perhaps?
Not exactly. Actually,
Let's walk and talk. This way. Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But, with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond in the rough, so to speak.
Miss Topaz, Bronya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation.
Oh. You two are closer than I expected with her. So, how can I help? Not sure on the arrangement?
He's in my party. We're teammates.
Help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of thing.
I want to ask a favor on behalf of her.
I see. I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears. However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I've dealt with cases far more difficult than Belobog's. I appreciate each case has its difficulties, but if I treated every late debtor as a special case, the galaxy's economy would come to a grinding halt.
If the debt can't be repaid, how about what a heartless way of saying it?
I've heard that before. More than a few times, actually. The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor various repayment solutions, but Urillo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. So, I proposed to Bronya. Oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? That was a close one. The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much. Let's keep moving.
So you're basically saying the Belabogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life.
I'm not sure it's as poetic as that.
Wow! Look! Is that little critter native to Urillo 6? It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one?
You like animals?
I absolutely adore them. Have you guys met Numby yet? Oh, where'd they go? They must be off.
Pumpkin, Topaz wants you.
Come to think of it, this little guy is on display here probably means it's already extinct, right?
Both on the couch right now.
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go easier on Belobog?
Firecracker the last week's been sleeping in
invested so
pumpkin
much
spot.
just to make this world a little better.
He usually picks a spot and stays in it for like a
Feels
long
like all of her
period of time.
efforts will be undone in the blink of an eye. It's just so cruel.
Right, because I'm over there watching
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different from the Legion, would we?
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about? But Bronya...
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand. But, to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Arillo 6 project no matter what obstacles I encounter.
If I don't complete this, or is this ongoing forever, just half an hour until I get the bonus stuff?
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive
It's
atmosphere?
probably just to beat it now, get the most
Looks like one of my
bonuses.
colleagues is after me. My apologies, but I should
Kinda like the
probably take
museum.
this. Bye!
She said bye. Negotiations failed. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put a cut in the video just because of timing, got other things to do. Let me see if anyone else is on. We can go raid. I haven't decided if I want to try to beat this on a different, like off stream or not. Wow. That is, oh, we have one person, but they speak French. I don't know if there's anyone watching that speaks French and wants to join. Going once, going twice. Okay, I will not go join that one. Confuse the heck out of my viewers. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow or Sunday or next week. And both this weekend and next weekend are kind of limited time, so we'll see when we end up coming. Have a good one.
Nice.